Inspired by the spirit of Charter of Democracy, which helped restore democracy, I propose a Charter of Economy, a collective bipartisan effort to stabilize and grow Pakistan's economy, ensuring policy continuity that fosters confidence for long-term investors. We must ensure ease of doing business by streamlining regulations to attract domestic and foreign investment. At the same time, we need to focus on lowering energy costs and financing expenses to improve productivity and competitiveness. Reducing imports and promoting export on a war footing is essential for economic revival. The way forward lies in identifying high potential industries and expanding access to international markets. Moreover, in order to remain competitive with the rest of the world, embracing technology is the need of the hour to drive innovation and job creation. There is also dire need to strengthen and expand the scope of social safety nets like Benazir Income Support Program to protect vulnerable population as we progress. And to make all these proposed measures work and deliver, I strongly recommend continuity of stable policies to inspire confidence and trust of investors and attract lasting investment. With these words, I urge all the stakeholders, nationally, internationally, to join hands with us in transforming Pakistan's economy into a resilient and thriving one. Together, we can create a prosperous Pakistan where opportunity and progress are within reach for all. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all businessmen, entrepreneurs, and traders to tirelessly strive to transform this vision into reality. Your dedication is invaluable as we continue to support and inspire one another towards greater heights. Before I close, I have heard your suggestions. I want to give comments on it. There is a forum of SIFC. I want that is under one roof so that the investors coming from abroad, they should do their investment, they should make investments, and they should not be a victim of rent tapeism. They should not be moving from one place to another place. And I would suggest that they should always take the benefit of the SIFC forum. You have mentioned Rawalpindi Ring Road. I'm, I'm observing since last few years. But now the things are moving in a fast pace. And I always, I will also insist that it should be expedited. But Rawalpindi Ring Road without economic zones, I think that would not give you the same benefit as you desire. I also support tax base to be enhanced, and your chambers all over the country should be taken on board. I am impressed that you are giving achievement awards, you're doing policy shaping, and also you're doing expos and inviting conferences and working on stock market, economy, and even in FPCCI as the exposure. I've been invited several times for awarding achievements awards, and I had attended several in Karachi, and I appreciate that the committee, which should be headed by an able leader, to discuss all your issues in the Senate. And for that, the relevant person is Salim Mandviwala. He had been my finance minister. He was with me in the previous um, conference, international conference, and he was supposed to accompany me here. But because of the standing committee meeting, he couldn't attend your meeting. I insisted that he should come along with me. And he is heading the standing committee on finance, and very important. And you give all your suggestions to me. He will discuss in the standing committee and resolve the issue.
Thank you.
I also appreciate that everybody is busy and they have to give time. Time is money. So for future, the time limit for the president should be, you want to reduce to 1 year?
1 year, sir.
I think that should also be given to the standing committee in the Senate, upper house, and Sri Mandviwala is a very capable person. He had been the finance minister and into various committees, and now at the moment for finance committee. There are some important issues here were discussed, and that's related to tax base. You have given suggestions, and this is also I really appreciate. That we should enhance instead of taxing the people who have already been taxed. They are not expanding the tax base, but they are already who are the taxpayers. They are putting more taxes on those people. And you have mentioned about the 26th amendment in the Constitution. Even in the 1973 Constitution, it was unanimously approved, and the Constitution was made in 1973, and the founder was Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. And after the Charter of Democracy, both Mahatma Benazir Bhutto Shahid and Mia Muhammad Nawaz Sharif, they agreed on one point for the Charter of Democracy. The responsibility came on me at that time. And being the Prime Minister, we amended the Constitution because of the successive dictatorial governments. Our system of a Westminster system, parliamentary system, was neither presidential nor parliamentary. So we amended the Constitution, we passed the 18th Amendment of the Constitution, and you'll be surprised to know the amendment through which the Constitution of 1973 was made, there were only 128 votes. It was a unicameral system, only one house, National Assembly. The rest of the members, they went to East Pakistan. Therefore, that constitution was made by 128 votes. And when I amended the constitution, it was not unicameral, it was bicameral. And the members were 446. And to your surprise, as I was unanimously elected Prime Minister, the amendments were all made unanimously, 446 members, none opposed. And this time, in the 26th Amendment in the upper house, you must have witnessed that all amendments were unanimously and none opposed, and nobody walked out. Everybody participated. That was I think, it's democracy. That's the best revenge. And in the amendment which was made, we already passed with 446 members, none opposed. But we were given threat by the former Chief Justice that if you don't remove this clause, this amendment, we'll strike down. So at that time, some parties didn't cooperate with me, and we had to do the 19th Amendment. So that was the system of appointment of judges, and we wanted to involve the Parliament in it, but that was not allowed. But we have now made the same amendment, which was under threat that if you do it, we'll strike down. That has been passed. That has stabilized the country. So this Charter of Economy is extremely important, no matter which party is in the government. But we should agree to one point that for the greater interest of the country, we should all be united, and we should make the system foolproof that the economy should not derail. That should continue whether the comments they come and go, but our system should remain firm and stable. And Rawal Bhutto played an extremely important role in the 26th Amendment, and he was in the forefront, and he wanted to have a consensus with Maulana Fazlur Rahman so that there should be no movement against the constitution, and at the same time there should be stability. I firmly believe that economic stability, the political stability leads to economic stability. And you will recall, because all the former presidents are here in this room, so you must be recalling in 2008 there was global recession, not in Pakistan, but all over the world. And Pakistan was also hit by the global recession. But I diversified my economy towards agriculture. Despite two rains and floods, my food basket was full. And we used to export cotton, we used to export sugar, we used to export rice, we used to export wheat, and I gave the international price to the farmers so that there should be no smuggling, and at the same time, by diversifying our economy, that we became stable. So we want that such policies should be made so that we should sit under one roof and we should sit on one table and decide the future of Pakistan. It is not the interest of any political party. It should be in interest of the people of Pakistan and the country. So your proposal is extremely relevant, and you have also warned that we'll see who will not implement. So we are ready to implement, and this also, Bilawal Bhutto will take the lead and will convince the party so that they have already said that there should be charter of economy. So we will be pioneering, and we will make everybody sit on one table to decide. And there are policies which are so bad that if I start some policy, some project, the next government will undo all these, and and so on. The other government will also do the same. So that's a waste of money, the waste of exchequer. So one policy should continue till it is completed. I again thank you, Mr. President, and the leaders and all the participants for giving me this opportunity to say a few words. Thank you very much.
The inflation numbers, सर हमारी जो monetary policy है उसमें भी easing हो रही है, rates are being lowered. Business community सर दो तरीकों से सफर कर रही थी and we were unable to grow. The cost of doing business sir was very high, still is to a large extent, लेकिन उसमें अब कमी आ रही है. Sir, the cost of capital, the financing cost was very high, which is now, alhamdulillah, coming down. And secondly, the cost of energy. These two things were impacting businesses severely, जिसकी वजह से हमारी exports भी नहीं हो पा रही थी. But now with the macroeconomic indicators, we are hopeful that things will improve. That the stock market is rallying. We are seeing numbers of 90,000 plus, and the barrier of 100,000 might be crossed this month as well. So this is a very positive indicator. It's a barometer for the economy, and we would like to hear from you as to how the investor confidence will be further boosted through initiatives taken by your kind offices and the government. सर अभी जो लेजिस्लेशन हुई 26वीं तरमीम उसमें सर द रोल जो पाकिस्तान पीपल्स पार्टी का रहा एंड द ऑफिसेस of the president and yourself, sir, this showed a great stride forward. The country now is on a stable path where we are able to reach consensus and do legislation. और इससे सर हमें बहुत उम्मीद आई है बिजनेस कम्युनिटी को कि जो फर्दर legislations required हैं for the ecosystem and for the enabling environment of the businesses that can be created, or politically that will is existing there, sir. So that is also a very positive news और बहुत खुशाइन बात है सर हमारे लिए. Sir, without taking further time, I would like to also show you a documentary on the Rawalpindi Chamber of Commerce, a brief documentary on what we have been doing, and then we would like to also hear from our group leader and followed by yourself, sir. So if the documentary could be played.
आप एक कमेटी जरूर अनाउंस करें जिसमें रिप्रेजेंटेशन हो बिजनेस कम्युनिटी की, सो दैट जब हाउस में कोई इकोनॉमिक रिलेटेड मामलात आते हैं तो आपको हम फीडबैक दे सकें, आपको एग्जैक्ट पता चल सके कि ग्राउंड रियलिटीज क्या है. मैं एक एग्जांपल देता हूं सर, ये ताजर दोस्त स्कीम ये क्यों कामयाब ना हो सकी? द ओनली रीजन इज कि स्टेक होल्डर्स वर नॉट टेकन ऑन बोर्ड. अगर स्टेक होल्डर्स के साथ कंसल्टेटिव सेशंस हो जाते तो आज मामला जो है वो बेहतरी की तरफ होते. नाउ यू नो IMF के सामने हम बैठे हैं जिन्हें हमने यकीन दिलाया था कि 20 अरब रुपए हम इकट्ठे करेंगे ताजर दोस्त स्कीम से. एंड सर इकट्ठे कितने हुए हैं? 17 लाख रुपए. नाउ देयर इज ये हमारे लिए लम्हा फिक्रिया है. एंड आई नो आपके साथ हमने इंटरेक्ट किया एज प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑल्सो. उस वक्त भी आपने अपने दरवाजे खुले रखे. यू यूज्ड टू बी अवेलेबल टू द बिजनेस कम्युनिटी. और हम समझते हैं कि आज भी आपको अल्लाह ने वो पोजीशन दी है कि यू कैन डू अ लॉट इन द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ द बिजनेस कम्युनिटी. एंड द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ द बिजनेस कम्युनिटी इज एंड द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान, ये इकट्ठे चलते हैं. और वो यही है सर कि आज हम इकोनॉमी को अपनी ठीक कर लें. मैं एक आपका यहाँ होने का फायदा उठाते हुए ये भी सर अर्ज करना चाहूंगा कि ये चेंबर ऑफ कॉमर्स की जो प्रेसिडेंट, सीनियर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट या वाइस प्रेसिडेंट होते हैं, ये अपना बिजनेस छोड़ के तो ये टाइम दे रहे होते हैं. इनके लिए 2 साल का पीरियड जो है वो बहुत मुश्किल है. 1 साल का पीरियड हम चाहते हैं फेडरेशन के लिए, तो 2 साल पीरियड इज ऑलराइट. बट फॉर चेंबर्स ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री द पीरियड शुड अगेन बी रिड्यूस टू 1 ईयर. जो होता था ये सिर्फ पिछले 2 साल पहले ये 2 साल किया गया है. तो आई थिंक नाउ जो हमारे अभी प्रेसिडेंट है, इज माशाल्लाह सक्सेसफुल बिजनेसमैन. ये अपनी फील्ड में एक नाम रखते हैं. बट फॉर हिम टू टेक आउट 2 years फ्रॉम हिज ओन बिजनेस एंड यहाँ ये सारे चेंबर्स की ये डिमांड है सर. और ये आपके गोशगुजार मैं कर रहा हूँ. एंड जस्ट टू अप्राइज यू सर, रावलपिंडी चेंबर जो है, रावलपिंडी चेंबर is one of the oldest chamber. और हमने we gave birth to Islamabad Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We gave birth to अटक चेंबर, जेलम चेंबर, गुजरात चेंबर, चकवाल चेंबर, ये सारे they used to be part of Rawalpindi chamber, and Rawalpindi chamber is carrying out a legacy, or it's not just the business related issues, जो पाकिस्तान के इश्यूज हैं वो भी हमारा कंसर्न है, उसमें भी हम इंटरेस्ट लेते हैं. सर नाउ रिंग रोड इज ए प्रोजेक्ट जो एक बहुत जबरदस्त प्रोजेक्ट है. आपसे रिक्वेस्ट ये है कि इकोनॉमिक जोन्स अगर इस रिंग रोड के साथ नहीं बनते तो इसकी अफादियत जो है रिंग रोड की वो पूरी नहीं हो सकती. इस पे डेफिनेटली काम हो रहा है, पंजाब गवर्नमेंट भी काम कर रही है, और द पेस इज बहुत स्लो पेस पे है. आपसे रिक्वेस्ट ये है कि आपकी तरफ से अगर ये इसको फास्टर पेस पे करने की एक बात होगी तो उसका एक असर होगा. और ये हम अपने लिए दिस इज द नीड ऑफ द आवर. इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन इज द की टू सक्सेस फॉर पाकिस्तान. पाकिस्तान में सर अनफॉर्चुनेटली कॉन्टिन्यूटी ऑफ पॉलिसीज नहीं रहती, जिसकी वजह से इंडस्ट्रीज जो है वो बंद होना शुरू हो गई. इंडस्ट्रीज को जो मराहत दी जाती हैं वो वापस ले ली जाती हैं. एट वन पॉइंट इन टाइम कंस्ट्रक्शन पैकेज जिसके साथ 40 से ज्यादा इंडस्ट्री अटैच्ड है उसने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया. अभी भी सर अगर किक स्टार्ट हमने इकोनॉमी को करना है तो हमें कंस्ट्रक्शन, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट रियल एस्टेट, बट कंस्ट्रक्शन पैकेज माइट बी रिक्वायर्ड टू किक स्टार्ट द इकोनॉमी. जिसके साथ बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्री है वो इन्वॉल्व होती है, और पाकिस्तान इस वक्त ये चाहता है कि हमारी इकोनॉमी का पहिया जो है वो चलना शुरू हो जाए. मैं सर आपको ये भी बताऊं कि इट इज रावलपिंडी चैम्बर जिसके बैनर के नीचे तमाम अंजमन ताजरा, तमाम ट्रेड एसोसिएशन, तमाम हमारी जो बिजनेस कम्युनिटी है अंडर द बैनर ऑफ रावलपिंडी चैम्बर ये यूनाइटेड है. और ये एग्जाम्पल है विच वी वुड लाइक कि हमारे पॉलिटिशियंस भी इसको एमुलेट करें, और वी विश के पाकिस्तान में भी इररिस्पेक्टिव कोई कि कौन सी पार्टी है, इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसीज पे सबका इत्तेफाक हो जाए. एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड चार्टर ऑफ इकोनॉमी है उसको कहते हैं. वो साइन होना बहुत जरूरी है. और हम आपको आज ये रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं सर, उस चेयरमैन की सीट पे बैठ के यू कैन ऑलवेज से बिजनेस कम्युनिटी डिमांड्स के चार्टर ऑफ इकोनॉमी हो. और हम ये भी देखना चाहेंगे कि कौन सी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी है विच इज अपोज टू दिस. आप जब ये बात करेंगे अगर कोई मुल्क के इंटरेस्ट की बात है तो देन चार्टर ऑफ इकोनॉमी इज द रिक्वायरमेंट, और वो साइन होना चाहिए. कॉन्टिन्यूटी ऑफ पॉलिसी की जब जो ही बात होगी सर, हमारे ये 250 मिलियन की आबादी इज ए ग्रेट अट्रैक्शन फॉर एनी इन्वेस्टर टू इन्वेस्ट इन दिस कंट्री. तो रीजन क्या है क्यों वो इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं के लिए नहीं आ रहे? तो वन ऑफ द रीजन इज कि कॉन्टिन्यूटी ऑफ पॉलिसी की एश्योरेंस नहीं है. एनी इन्वेस्टर वुड लाइक कि उसको उसकी प्रॉपर्टी की उसको जो पॉलिसी दी जाती है उसको एश्योरेंस हो. सर दैट एश्योरेंस इज रिक्वायर्ड, और वो आपसे बेहतर, जो अपर हाउस से बेहतर और कौन कर सकता है. अभी जो अमेंडमेंट्स पास हुई हैं, आई विश सर उसमें एक ये अमेंडमेंट भी आप पास कर देते कि कॉन्टिन्यूटी ऑफ पॉलिसीज जो है वो एश्योर की जाएगी. आई once again thank you for gracing the occasion. और हमने सर एक रिक्वेस्ट की थी सर, ये आप यहाँ जितने लोग बैठे हैं सर, वी आर ऑल टैक्स पेयर्स, और हमारी ये जरूरत है कि टैक्स नेट जो है उसको बढ़ाया जाए. हमने एक प्रपोजल दी कि एनीबडी डूइंग बिजनेस उसके लिए ये मस्ट हो कि वो चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री की मेंबरशिप उसके लिए मस्ट कर दी जाए, और उसके लिए आसान तरीका बनाया जाए कि वो टैक्स भी वो चैम्बर के थ्रू जो है हम वी आर विलिंग टू ऑफर आवर सर्विसेज कि इधर ही हम एक डेस्क एस्टेब्लिश करते हैं जहां FBR मैन हो सकता है और वहां वो अपनी रिटर्न जो है वो फाइल करे। और उसमें सर बात ये है कि हमारे सामने, जब हमारे साथियों के सामने अगर कोई रिटर्न फाइल करेगा तो वो अपनी इनकम बढ़ा के ही फाइल करेगा, वो छुपाएगा नहीं, बिकॉज एक स्टेटस कॉन्शियस सोसाइटी तो हमारे यहाँ है। तो ये प्रपोजल हमने दी जिसको आप आगे ले जा सकते हैं। दिस इज इन द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ द कंट्री एंड चेंबर्स ऑल अक्रॉस द कंट्री, दे आर अवेलेबल, दे कैन बी टेकन ऑन बोर्ड। और इस तरीके से वो जो ताजर दो स्कीम का फेलियर है उसको हम सक्सेस में तब्दील कर सकते हैं। मैं आपसे आपका एक बार फिर शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं। और आज आपने आके बिजनेस कम्युनिटी का दिल जीत लिया है। आई एम श्योर आफ्टर लिसनिंग टू यू हमें ये एहसास होगा कि वाकई जैसे प्रेसिडेंट ने कहा, अ फ्रेंड ऑफ बिजनेस कम्युनिटी इज हियर। वी वंस अगेन थैंक यू वेरी मच।